Starting event. Here we go. Come on. All right. It looks like we are live, and I'm here with Brian right now, and we're uploading a slideshow. So we apologize for the slight delay here, but hopefully everybody can hear us. So what I want to do before we get started, and yes, I know you're probably just seeing a black screen. You may or may not see me in the corner. I'm not sure if you just see or hear us, but if you can hear us, then please put a 1 in the chat box so that we know that you're hearing us loud and clear, and then we can get started with all this as soon as the slideshow finishes uploading here, which it says it's still going. I'm going to give it a name here.
Yep, I see the ones, Ray. I see Richard and Alberto. They're starting to come in now. Bunch of them.
Yeah. So as soon as this thing finishes uploading, we'll be able to get started. So apologies for that. It looks like, oh, it's an 80 megabyte file, so that's why it's taking a little bit of time.
You know, in the realm of high bandwidth nowadays, you abuse it, right?
That's right. Yeah, we had the screen share going, but we're trying to upload the slideshow to make it a little more crystal clear for everybody, but it takes a few moments to do that. So my apologies for that. So while we're waiting for that, and since we know people can hear us, I do have a poll, and I'm going to publish that poll right now so that you guys can go in, and it says, have you used chatbots? And you can say, yes, you've seen them. Yes, you've used them, or no, you've never seen or used them and you don't know what they are. So go ahead and fill out that poll. We'd love to hear your opinions of chatbots and see if you're using them already. And of course, feel free to pop in there where you're from. And I know we've got a few people that have already said South Jersey and Florida and a few other locations, but we'd love to hear where you're from so that we can talk. Oh, I see Delilah's on. I think I know who that is. Welcome, Delilah, and Alberto and Richard and Will and Jeff and everybody else that's in here. So, Brian, while we're waiting for that to finish uploading, why don't you give us a little background here? Why chatbots? What's the big deal with chatbots these days?
So, you guys, I'm going to get into that. It's such a good question. I actually spend about 15 minutes at the beginning of the presentation, but let me net it out because honestly, Ray, there's this like shift going on with clients over the last 5 years as the value of SEO declined. So as the ability for a marketer to generate results with something like, say, SEO as an example, doesn't have to be, but as an example, there's also a shift in trust from clients. So what I mean by that is clients went from, yeah, Brian Ray, I'm going to trust you. Yeah, 90 days. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, rank number 1 in 90 days. All right, now they want to be comfortable with what you're doing, but they really want measurable, like tangible results. And they want something easy, if not hands-free. So what we're going to show you guys is this evolution of how we evolved our agency away from, we had this massive decline of revenue. We're losing a lot of our search clients just for obvious reasons. And we were looking for how could we give an ROI on social media and then marry it with lead gen. And that's where the whole thing, for me, it took me a year to buy into the hype. Like I did not jump early for sure. It took me a year of dabbling and playing around with them. And I think the neatest thing is the ability to quantify whether you're brand new or you've been around a long time, you can get results like nothing we've ever seen. And they're measurable and you can prove those results literally within a day or two, as opposed to, hey, trust me for 90 days and hope it goes well. And I think that's what really got me excited. It was marrying the Facebook, the lead gen, and the need to quantify and prove result to the client all in one place in a way that it was pretty easy for the customer, for the client.
Nice. And just to give a background on my side of this, I didn't jump into the chat bots immediately, although I did start doing the most basic of chat bots, which is, on my Facebook page, like, hey, we'll be with you in a couple of minutes.
Exactly.
So we got into that. And honestly, the evolution of that was, for me, the thing that got exciting about chat bots going forward was when they finally gave us the ability to put a chat box, which is a chat bot, onto our own pages. So literally people can have conversations with us through Facebook Messenger, but from our own page. that to me was the revolution right there. And I said, okay, I'm all in now. This is this is good stuff. When I can do this and people can visit my page, send me a message on Facebook, and I get it on my phone and respond through Facebook Messenger, that was it for me. That was the day that I was like, okay, this is the real deal now. And now we do mass messaging through Facebook Messenger and the message bots and a few other things. And what really got me excited about all this was I have a friend who's big into chatbots. And when he showed me some of the insane and crazy things that you could do, because to me, I'm still, answering machine here. It's, oh,
Right.
hey, I'll get back to you in a minute. When I started to see the crazy things that you could do with, pulling people in from webinars and sending people to webinars and grabbing people who watched half the webinar. And I mean, just crazy different things that you could do. That's when I really got excited about this. And then, we came across you and what you were doing and said, we got to bring this to everybody so that they can see it. And unfortunately, this thing is still uploading, so they can't see it right now. But
Well, you know what we could do, you guys, while we're sitting here. You know how Ray did the poll? Did you do a poll, Ray, on the chatbots? Or
I did do a poll here, and right now 50% have seen them.
okay,
25% have used them, and 25% are not that familiar with them.
you know what? While it's uploading, is it possible I could share my screen and then we could just flip back?
I'd say go for it. Why
Okay,
not?
yeah. You guys, it's super cool, and we're gonna stick to more sharing, the evolution of the thought process and more results with you. So I think you're gonna like it, but we're gonna switch, like Ray said, into the actual webinar platform in a few minutes. We're trying to make it a more seamless experience. Ray, what about this? Can you see it at all or no?
Yes, we can see that, or at least I can. Hopefully everybody else can.
You guys, if you let us know, we will. I guess if you see it, they can see it. Let's see, Conrad or any of you guys. Let's see. I think I'm gonna leave it. What happens is when we go into
that was me, my fault. Okay. Sorry, your screen again. I hit the wrong button.
Okay, no, perfect. All right, so what I want to do is I'm gonna show you. Some of you are probably newer marketers, and I suspect many of you are advanced, intermediate or advanced marketers. Everything I want to talk about right now is about making money and generating a revenue stream. I'm not going to focus on the bits and bytes or the technical. Everything I want to focus on is how can you add money to your bottom line? Because for me, that's how I judge if something fits, where I'm at, wherever that may be. Does it work, so to speak, with my business? This is me a few months ago.
Hit your share screen again, because we're still seeing your camera instead.
How do I?
Up at the top, the little share screen.
Let me try it again. How about? Good gosh.
It was my fault. I meant to turn off our cameras, and I turned off.
No, I wasn't even thinking. How about this? Can you see this one?
That's perfect.
Okay, perfect, you guys. So this is what I was speaking about, that everything today, and I'm going to go quick, was about generating a revenue stream and not having to really change a lot about what you're doing right now, but maybe how could you, whether you're new or advanced, how could you add money to your bottom line? So my background is I'm a former tech guy way back in the day, and I worked in corporate. And one day, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been laid off. I bet most of us have.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, it happened. I was on my honeymoon, literally on my honeymoon in the Virgin Islands. And when I got home, there was an answer machine message from my boss, and that was it. And it was like I ended up getting another job for a little bit, but I knew that day I was done, right? I knew that mentally I had checked out of that whole scene. So I started an agency doing SEO back then and built up a pretty big client base, a couple hundred clients. And then I eventually sold that in 2009 and started a different agency called Media Mash, where we're doing mostly lead gen using a combination of video, Facebook, and some other technologies, and build up this new practice. And for me, everything I do is how do I kind of maintain or grow the revenue stream? Because everybody knows the internet's fickle. What's big today may not be big tomorrow, and you have to always be adapting and changing. It's one of those things that'll keep you on your toes, so to speak. Here's our office, just to kind of, I know that, I may not know that many of you, and I think it's important to just kind of give some background. We're the bottom floor of this brick building in the back. We've got 13 people here that run our agency, and it's what we do every day. So everything I'm speaking about today is based on what we do in our business, and it's important that I tell you that. So from a marketing standpoint, this is kind of what we've been doing over the years. Local search was that, and websites were at the beginning, right? And we did search forever, like got to the point where I knew it in my sleep. Lead generation, social media, ads. We even created a Snapchat division this summer with some younger guys that are running that. Email marketing, marketing strategy, blueprints, etc. All these things. And then obviously one new service, which I'm going to talk about, that is chat. And this is what we offer in our business. Now, what I want to ask, I know there's a lot of people here, but I want to ask you to kind of step outside of the way you would normally think about being on a webinar. And what I want you to think about, and go ahead and let us know in the chat box, and you can write whatever you want. What's your why? And the reason I say that is ignore too much, when I'm talking to other marketers and friends of mine, it's always on the what and the how do you implement. But I think if you can focus big picture on what you're trying to accomplish, and let me give you an example before mine is I want the ability to travel, and Ray and I were just speaking about freedom of time. We've all been there where we're in the car, in traffic on the interstate to go to maybe a cubicle or a job you don't like. So for me, it was freedom of time, the ability to spend more time with my family, and the ability to travel. What about you guys? What's some of your whys? What motivates you? Richard or Delilah? There's so many of you. I see Jeff, and Jeff's down in Lake Mary and Conrado in Puerto Rico. What do you guys think? What fires you up? Why are you here? Why are you on the call? Why do you learn from Ray? What are you really chasing? It's not internet technology, is it? I don't think so. I think what you're chasing, right? I think what you're chasing is something else. Dino said it, automate work processes to increase my time and my freedom. Yeah, Jill said, I need to make more money. I want to leave my job. A lot of these that we're seeing come in all seem to map back to the same thing Jill and Dino said, which is, how do I make an extra income stream? What can I do to get to the point my spouse stay home? Yeah, that's a good one. Save for retirement. All these things are valid. Now, at the root of them, while they're all different, at the root of them is one key thing. And what is that? It's you need this extra revenue stream to accomplish it. I love it. Delilah just said, man, Delilah, powerful. Past tense, she said, I worked 90 hours a week. Oof. My dream, I worked 75, 80 once, and unbelievable. Delilah said, my dream was to sit on my couch and hang out with the family. I love that. And Delilah, I hope you're there, and I hope you're not working 90 hours right now. Conrado said he's searching for success, and a lot of people are. Let me move. Let's see, how do I move? Hang on. All right. So for me, it was about travel, you guys. So last year, I really went crazy on the travel side. As a guy that would get, Ray, 2 weeks of vacation a year, right? Horrible in the US. 2 weeks, and then they get mad at you when you use it, right? So, man, I went crazy on travel last year because I could. I did some cruises in the Caribbean and Europe, Northern Europe. I went to Spain for a friend's wedding, all kinds of US-based pleasure and work travel. And that's what I wanted. And then I kept it up. This year, I've been doing the same thing. That's my oldest daughter on the far left. We were in Philadelphia. If you guys ever seen the Rocky movies, the Sylvester Stallone, the boxing movies, there's this thing where he runs the steps in Philadelphia. And my daughter was like, yeah, I know what Rocky is, but I don't know what you're talking about running the steps. So when we were there, we ran up the steps and down like we were in Rocky. And I think she filmed it. It was hilarious. But But I spent the year. I went to Norway. Just this is what I wanted out of my business. I didn't care if I was a mega millionaire. I just wanted freedom of time, freedom to travel. Like Delilah said, if I want to be on my couch, be on my couch. So I even went to the Arctic Circle this summer, the very top of Alaska. Yeah, Ray, now this was amazing. I have a 15-year-old, so 10th grader, just turning 16 next week. And it's harder to connect, right, with high school boys. And so I was like, what could I do? So I knew I had to make sure his phone wouldn't work. So I knew I needed to dream up something where his cell phone wasn't going to be, his tether to his friends nonstop. So we went to the northern tip of Alaska above the Arctic Circle, and we jumped in the Arctic Ocean and we dove in.
Ooh.
Let me tell you what, 28 degrees on July 5th or July 6th. And coldest thing I think I may have ever experienced. And right there, I maybe stayed in the water 30 seconds before I had to get out, even my feet. But it was amazing. We flew all over the state, went dog sledding. This was my why, and I knew it. So as we're figuring this stuff out, think about it. What does more clients mean for you? And when I say clients, I don't mean headaches. So if you're thinking headaches, we got another thing coming. The last thing you want is headaches. We've all had them, right? Or more bosses. Nobody wants that. So for me, it's the ability to travel, spend time with my family, and have fun. I have been scared of heights since I was like 18 or 19. I have no idea why. I wasn't as a kid, but I never learned how to ski or anything. So my wife's a really good skier, and I'm like, Rebecca, I really want to learn. I'm just going to conquer it. I started going up glass elevators, forcing myself to face the fear. And so I learned how to ski. And then I promptly, on the left is North Carolina. And the second picture, I was speaking at a conference in Norway. And this is where they filmed anybody over 40 on the call that maybe saw Empire Strikes Back, the Star Wars movie, the second one, where they filmed on the ice planet. So they did it in Norway, and we dressed up in costume at the event and went out in the snow. There's like 15 feet of snow, you guys, in April. So that's me in the middle with a solo outfit. And then me and then a buddy of mine on the far right in Oslo and London. But this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to figure out, Conrado, more clients means happiness. And that's all I really wanted. I just wanted to live my best life. Man, I knew I was never going to be a mega millionaire. I wasn't going to be up on giant stages like rock concerts or anything like that. But I knew if I could figure a way to live a life that was fulfilling for me, I was going to be pretty happy. And that's what I've been focused on the whole time. And by the whole time, I mean since 1995. I started moonlighting in the 90s, went full-time in 01, sold my business in 09, and I'm doing it again. And I figured out something that we should all keep at the front of our minds. You know, the business owners we're always trying to sell stuff to? Well, they just want to have fun too, you guys. At the end of the day, they want to make money, take care of their families, and they want to have fun. For real. So, I want to tell you a story. This is some billboards out in Los Angeles. Yeah, I went polar diving, Christine. That's a whole nother day. I'll have to give Ray the video. He can send it with the replay. But I'm a little embarrassed because, one, I need to lose a couple pounds, but I literally jumped in the Arctic Ocean and I screamed like a little kid. It was it was bad, but I'll send it over to Ray. So this is a car dealership, two dealerships in California, outside of LA in Santa Monica. There's one on the left's an Audi dealership, and the one on the right is a BMW, and they've got these billboards up. And this is a story that happened a few years ago, but I really think it's important to understand this psychology. So you got Audi with some new car they have, right? I think it's an A4, and they're like, "Your move, BMW." And then, Ray, look at on the right. BMW comes back. Think of the big egos. The guys that run these car dealerships are like football coaches, right? The guy on the right, checkmate. And they put up a giant billboard. Well, you guys know that it does not end there. And sorry for the crappy pictures. I didn't take these myself. I had to get them from somebody. On the far right, the Audi GM put up a mega billboard like nothing you've ever seen. Your pawn is no match for our king, right? And this is like crazy. This is written up. If you want to have some fun, Google BMW Audi billboard war, and you'll be able to see a lot of the story. So Audi puts this billboard up that, you know who's winning here? Whoever's the billboard sales guy. Yeah. The billboard sales guy is loving this right now. So one more time, and it went on and on and on, but I'm going to show you one more iteration. You ready for this one? Oh boy. How many of you are thinking the next step is a blimp? I mean, dude, this is what it's about, a blimp. So with this, a blimp. BMW wasn't quitting, but this is what it's about. These guys, are they having fun? They were probably laughing. Yeah, they probably know each other. But you know what? They both want to win. It's important that we always understand that. So for any of you out there, and I usually build these out, but I'm having a hard time showing it right now. If you're floundering in any way with local search, maps, AdWords, Facebook, I don't know, video, affiliate marketing, mobile marketing, anything in social media, direct mail even, or maybe even more basic. If you're floundering with what the heck do I do online to make money? If that's your hang up and you're floundering with that, stay tuned, because that's what I want to show you. I want to show you maybe a better way, not 100%, but maybe a better way. And so, all right, watch this. 1990s websites were crap, you guys, right? They're really bad. But when I got out of college in 92, December of 92, I had this computer science degree. Guess what had not really come out in 1992, but it was coming out in about a year or so? The internet. Yep. So I get this degree in assembler and COBOL and Fortran and Pascal, right? And all of a sudden, this whole web technology thing comes out. Yeah, you like that old Mac Plus? So it's important that we're not seen by our clients as outdated, like we think about this old Mac Plus and this silly website on the screen, right? You don't want to be seen as outdated or ineffective. What I challenge all of you is this is the one secret to success for everybody. You always have to pivot. You got to analyze what's going on in the market. What does that mean? Figure out what's happening, what kind of changes are happening, what kind of opportunities are coming, online, and how do you take advantage of them? Like Darwin said, it's the species that can adapt that's most adaptable to change. And as you understand that, you don't want to ride, if it's not working for you, you don't want to ride it to the end. So I was at that position. I was losing revenue, let me see how to say that word. Hemorrhaging, I can't speak today. Hemorrhaging revenue and clients. And we had hundreds of clients in our agency, right? And I'm thinking, I may have to let somebody go, right? I'm flipping out. I'm really a little nervous. So I'm like, I get everybody together in the room and we build a model out. We were trying to figure out, Ray, we're trying to figure out what would be the ideal tech or solution for clients. What would be the right way to move forward? What would be a way to replace the money, at the end of the day, to replace the money we were losing every single week? So we came up with, as a team, 3 things. One, we needed a technology or a platform that our audience was comfortable with. We needed to provide an ROI, something that was measurable, that had business value. And last, it had to be pretty easy for the business owner. If it met these 3 things, we knew we'd have something. And so we started vetting all kinds of products and offers and shiny bullets, right? Everything we can come up with to find out what should we be using to drive more money, right? What should we be using? So eventually, we get to messenger marketing and chatbots. But it took like a year. I mean, a year of figuring this out and losing money like crazy. And we were doing several million a year in business. So we were losing a client almost every week. So after a year, we made this massive pivot to involve messenger marketing and bots in our business. And I started thinking back because I'm a little bit older than some of the younger guys, but I'm not the oldest. I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess. And I'm like, if you think about it, bots have been around since the 60s and even longer. There was Eliza, which was a mainframe bot, if you will, like a psychotherapy bot. You can see it on the screen. In the 80s, they had this thing called IRC, which was chat, and that was really just a bot. There was anybody remember America Online? They sent the CDs out like they were going out of style. You would log in and you've got mail, that kind of stuff, right? So America Online had this thing that's called web crawler. And what was it? It was a bot that indexed pages. Yeah, AOL was the internet back in the day. AOL was everything, right? CompuServe and Prodigy. But AOL kicked their butts, and AOL was the dominant player in this closed-in internet, right? This online experience that was in their sandbox. But then they started indexing other websites using web crawler. Okay. Googlebot, the guys over at Stanford came out with the Google bot in 96, even though Google didn't launch yet. Then you got spam botnets. That's when they started to get a bad name. As we move forward, you got things like Siri. We all know that. And Google Now and Alexa, Microsoft Cortana. And then in early, I think it was spring of 2016, Facebook came out with messenger bots, so chat bots inside of Messenger. And that's when I saw them just like everybody else, but you can't, at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do. Truly. Only so much. You can't do everything. So I just moved on. All right, so I want to tell you 3 ages of online marketing. So you got outbound and inbound. Outbound, think email marketing, right? Think all the kinds of things. Think some of the SEO stuff. SEO also would fit under inbound as well, and content marketing where you're trying to suck people into your pages. But now there's this shift, and I think this is important for all of us to understand. There's this shift online. So we've gone from the age of doing outbound internet marketing or inbound internet marketing, right? The second age. Now we have this whole shift towards conversation marketing, or what it is the ability for you to now have a conversation with many different people using technology all at once. Completely different experience than we've had until now. All right. So Zuckerberg, Zuckerberg said when he launched chat bots on Messenger, we think you should be able to message a business in the same way you message a friend. You should get a quick response, and it shouldn't take a lot of attention and time like a phone call. And funny enough, he says this, right? You shouldn't have to install a new app. So the reason I say this to you is this is the CEO of the largest social network on the planet, dominant player, right? So think about this. This is Zuckerberg's opinion. And now we see the growth of bots. We have from 0 to 33,000 in a few months, 100,000 by April, a year later. And then this past May, these are Facebook numbers, so I try to only use numbers that I can quantify and prove. May of 2018, it tripled. It was 300,000. I suspect we're going to break 1 million the next time they do an update, for sure. So they're growing like crazy, these bots, right? They're taking off. Now, what's interesting is that Messenger and messaging apps in general are the ideal platform for chatbots, because consumers, they want to actually, they don't want to talk to somebody. They want to use messaging. I don't know about you. A lot of times you just want to text or type and maybe not waste your time talking to somebody. About half of them want to make a purchase through an app. And this one always cracks me up. The last one, where they say, these guys, right? These guys actually expect a business to be open all the time, which is unrealistic for most local businesses. If you don't live in a major, gigantic city, most businesses are not open 24/7. I like this. In a course of a year, Ray, a year ago, it was 1 billion conversations a month. This, just the other day, it was 8 billion conversations a month. So this one-to-many model is taking off like crazy. We all see it, you guys, the usage on chat, right? So now you're having these conversations, building relationships, building loyalty, making sales while you engage your customers. This is starting to be this big shift. Now, I was going to do a poll, but I'm not going to show it right now. I'm going to ask you, and go ahead and answer, because Ray's going to help me, I hope, and whoever's closest, we're going to give out a prize right now. And I'll have to fulfill it after the call if that's okay. So we're going to get a gift card. I figure it's the holidays. Gift cards are useful, right? So what percentage do you think of global businesses are using chatbots? All right, just lob a guess into the chat, and we'll see them right here, you guys. Let me know. 5%, Christine said. Thank you, Christine. Jill said 9%. What else? Give me some guesses. Somebody's going to win right now. Closest. Ooh, Delilah said 2%. She went low. Alberto went up to 7. Renee said 93. Renee, I wish it was 93, but it's moving that way. It is moving that way. Jeff just said 1%. Dino tried what it will be in a few years.
Dino must be looking something up.
I like it, Dino. 12% for Richard, Robin 12, Conrado 7, all over the board. All right, we'll give you 10 more seconds, and we're going to pick a winner right now, you guys. Give me 10 seconds, and we'll pick one. All right. All right, I'm looking at 16%, no. 23, no. 3%. All right, it's definitely a low number. I'm going to go with Jeff as the winner, if that's okay, Ray.
Oh, that's fine, because I would have guessed about 1% too. So
yeah, that's a good guess. And Will actually has a solid guess. -2% isn't half bad, Will. I know you're kidding, but honestly, that's not half bad. This is how I computed it. And this is webinar math. There's no one right answer to this. I'm going to show you the win. I'm going to show you what I did. I took a bunch of stats.
Somebody just Facebook messaged me their answer, their guess.
Oh, somebody did? What'd they say?
They said 77.
Oh, no, too low. Excuse me. That's too high. The number's much lower. How about this? 149 million small businesses. I took a bunch of numbers and averaged them. 300,000 bots, according to Facebook on the last update. And if you divide and do the math, comes out to about 0.02%. So when I said Will wasn't far off with his negative comment, he wasn't. So we're going to go, in this case, we'll go with Jeff with the 1%, and we're going to send you an Amazon gift card, Jeff, because we can fulfill them electronically. So if you can give Ray your info, all we need is your email, and we'll shoot over the gift card to you later today.
Here's a shock, Jeff. Best way to send it to me is through Facebook Messenger. So
yes. Excellent. Okay. So you guys, this isn't going to be rocket science, but let me just talk about it just because. So the most used network on the planet, I have a subscription to this company called Statista. And in July of 2018, Facebook was still edging out YouTube. And YouTube's pretty dang dominant, guys. But Facebook was still ahead on daily active users, 2.1 billion to like 1.9, right? And but what's interesting is look at the sister properties to Facebook. Look at WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, etc. Look at that. Right? So Facebook's dominating the top of the charts. Dominating.
Yep. Wow. And it's interesting because you see WeChat is right up there, which I never would have guessed either.
It's crazy. So, all right. How many of you would agree? Ray, what do you think? In my mind, Facebook, and I use this tongue in cheek, it's kind of like an addiction. I mean, if you're at a red light, depending if your state allows you to hold your cell phone in your hand when you're driving, but if you're at a red light or you know people are using their dang Facebook in the toilet and first thing they do when they wake up or last thing they do at night, it is truly almost an addiction. Almost. Right? It's pretty crazy, guys. It is people are on it all day, all the time. And you don't need to know these stats. We know that Facebook dominates the landscape, right? Okay. But what I didn't know, this was summer of 2018, Facebook Messenger is as big in terms of penetration and usage, right? Daily usage, as Instagram and Twitter combined. Now that surprised me. I knew it was big. I mean, I'm not oblivious, but I'm like, it's as big as Instagram and Twitter combined. Starts to get interesting. Now, oh, hang on. I didn't mean to do that yet. All right. Lob in your ages, you guys, for my next. You get to win the contest. So I'm 47. So lob in, and I won't call out the ladies' ages or anything like that, but lob in your number. I'll just read the numbers out, and we're going to pick another winner, I think. So I just want to show you an interesting stat. I got a 46. Very good. We're almost brethren here. I'm trying to make them larger. Let me see how I can do that, you guys. Hang on. I understand. Hang on one sec. Is that any better at all, Ray, on your end?
It is, yes.
Okay, I made it a little bit larger, you guys. 54, 68, 46, 56, 24. All right. I like it. Anybody else? You gotta throw an age in. See, I'm not calling names out. You gotta throw an age in to play. 78. I love it. Good for you, sir. I love it. All right. So I'm gonna random 57. Okay. All right. I'm gonna randomly pick a winner. How about? I'm gonna go with 68. And Ray, you see who that is? Maybe we can get you.
Yep. That is. Yeah, I won't say out loud in case you want.
Just in case, I never know.
You know what's surprising? I'm one of the youngest ones here.
All right, you didn't tell your age. Come on, man.
I'm only 44, so
you're a mirror baby, right? Let's see. All right, so you know what? I gotta change. Can't advance slides in this manner in the Zoom. Let's see. Oh, hang on one sec. I'm having a time of it. How about now? Can you see on the screen? It should show some ages. So what this is, you should see it on the screen, is usage of Facebook Messenger by age group. So the first three columns are the youngins. 18 to 24, 25 to 34, and 35 to 44. Between 80 and 89%. Okay? I'm in that 45 to 54. We're at 73%. The age we picked as the winner was 68. So 65 to 75, 50% usage. You had to go over 75 to get down below 50% usage. So it's massive adoption, right? Massive adoption. All right, come on, slides.
That's incredible.
So all this, now we already know most of the numbers, but sometimes it helps to see them. And I think we know this too. I'm just trying to connect dots. We get it, right? Businesses are spending billions to generate leads online. We get that. Most of us, we understand that. Let me give you a little more insight into that. There was a study by Harvard. They put out a publication each, I think it's monthly, called the Harvard Business Review. And in 2011, they did this massive study on lead generation online. Really, put together. What they found is the average lead response was 42 hours. So when you went from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, it was a 400% decrease,
wow,
right, in the quality of the lead. 400%. So totally, anyway, it's just crazy. So it's hard to say, right? Did it get better? This is 7 years ago, right? Unfortunately, I don't have a new study from Harvard. I'd like to tell you they did a new update for me, but they did not. So I do have this. A bot company, not a messenger bot company, but a company called Drift put out, they put something out on lead response. 90% of the companies did not respond in 5 minutes. 58% of the companies didn't respond to online leads at all. And that was done like 4 months ago. So it hasn't gotten better. If anything, it's gotten worse.
No, we deal with a lot of our clients, and one of the biggest issues we had was exactly that, is they were complaining, well, we're not getting new cases, but you're getting new leads. Well, the biggest problem we found was they weren't responding in a timely manner. Sometimes days went by before they even attempted to respond.
Wow. Siri, do not.
Wasn't cool. We had to kind of work on that pretty quickly to.
Well, I'm actually gonna let me show you this. Let me play off what you just said. All right, this is my younger brother. You guys owns a heating and air business. So what I did is I went into his Facebook and grabbed a bunch of messages. So into his messenger account for his business. Yeah, and so like Christine said, so nobody's responding. Businesses aren't responding. Look at this. Look at my brother's page. This is a good-looking lead right here. This is a good-looking lead. He never responded. Never. Let me show you another one. That was in 16. Here's one from a few months ago. Same thing. Really good lead. Never responded. Here's another one. Here's a third one. No response. You know why? Because most service businesses, I mean, he's got a few employees, but they're out in their trucks all day. If he was smart about it, he would do this, at least respond every night, right? He could at least respond at the end of the day. But no, nothing. I got nothing for this. So Christine just said, wow, and people have this immediate expectation of a response, right? They want instant gratification. So, and then you get guys like this. And my brother's a couple of years younger than me, smart dude, really in the world of contractors, he's a pretty internet savvy guy. He's not responding.
I get upset if people don't have a chat bot to immediately answer my questions.
Me too. I get ticked. I'm the same as you. All right. So all this, you guys, creates the real opportunity. This creates the opportunity. And when you think about this, there's this disconnect, right? There's this disconnect between what customers want, and this is worldwide. This isn't just in Atlanta. It doesn't matter where you guys live. It's everywhere. So, how many of you remember I know I'm looking at the ages. Ray, you're the baby here. You're one of the lowest 3 or 4, and you're in your 40s. But how many of you guys remember the good old days? And let me describe the good old days. All right, and this is in terms of the internet. Nobody had a website. Forget about video, Ray. Forget about it. SEO back then was literally your URL and your site name. And everybody would go like this. I would call you on the phone, Ray. I'd be like, Ray, I want you to check out this new site. You got to see this, man. Ready? Tell me when you're ready. www, and then I'm going to wait a few seconds, period. Okay, www, period. Okay. Yahoo. It's YAHOO dot, put a period again, com. COM. Yeah, so www, the dot, yahoo.com. That is the good old days, you guys. You know why? Christine just said, and she's not far off, you could visit every World Wide Web website in like 20 minutes. Well, even when there was a few thousand sites, this was literally, so when I got out of college, I had all these stupid student loans, right? Okay. I had all these student loans. And I'm like, how the heck am I going to pay them off? Because I got a job that paid $24,000 back then, right out of school, working in the state government. But I owed a bunch of money. I'm like, I can barely pay my bills. You know what I mean? Apartment, you know, everybody knows the drama. So I started selling websites. I had a roommate, my first apartment out of college. I had a roommate, a guy I worked with. His dad was a dentist. This is 94 to 96. In 96, I was selling websites for between 3 and 5K. And I literally paid off all my debt. Credit cards, you know, I owed like $5,000 and I felt like I was, you know, smothering. And I owed a lot of student loans, but I paid them all off by selling websites. So this was kind of the quote unquote good old days, because nobody had a website at all. Virtually nobody. Like, who said it? Christine said you could visit like every site out there in just a few minutes. So it was an amazing time. And I often think part of the reason I ended up building a successful agency is I started at the right time. Honestly. I mean, it's not like I'm a good salesperson, because I'm not. And it's not like I work any harder than the next guy. A lot of it is timing. A lot of everything in life is timing. So I had this picture I wanted to show you. I'm talking the good old days, pre-internet. You know, there were malls and bookstores and movie theaters and libraries and playgrounds, right? And there was taxi cabs and buses. Nowadays we have like Uber, Facebook, Amazon, YouTube, eBay, all kind of shopping sites, right? Google and Twitter. So a whole different world back then. None of this stuff was even dreamt of, right? Or who just said that? Donald, is that you? I like the CompuServe BBS days. For sure. I actually ran a Ravix Term 300 baud BBS for like a year and a half. And I remember every now and then I would get a faster modem. And I remember having an 1800 baud, and I thought I was like the best dude ever, right? No joke. When I mean no video, I mean no pictures.
Yep.
You're just using words. So that was that. So, all right, getting to the money. So this whole advent of conversational marketing is changing the game. It's changing everything that's happening online. And whether business owners know it or not, every single one of them is going to plug into this. They're going to plug in a big way. I'm going to do a contest, you guys. I don't know, Ray, I don't know how to put it out there in a chat. Do you guys see the link? It's I won't be silly. It's briananderson.tv/contest. Here's what I'm going to do. You're going to see when you go there, it's going to take you into a messenger bot that I designed to use with Ray. When you hit get started, it's going to pop up a message and you can register to be in the giveaway. So you got a reasonable chance. And then what I'm going to give you is either cash money, or I will give you a cool gift. If you don't have one of these Amazon Echo shows, it has like a little screen.
Love that.
Super cool. Super cool, you guys. Oh, perfect. Yeah, Ray put it out there for you. go ahead. If you have any problems, you can let us know and we'll help you. I don't want to spend too much time. When you go to the bot, when you click on that link and you hit get started, you need to hit win so you can get registered in the contest. And if you do, let me know when you did, and we will move on. But I'll come back and help you if I need to. Let me just keep going. So really the opportunity, let's make money, right? Dino said, every business in every community around the world is a target, anywhere. I don't care if you're in France, Spain, Seattle, Maine, Atlanta, Texas, California. It doesn't matter, right? Asia does not matter. Actually, Delilah's in. It doesn't matter what you're selling, right? Guys, you can make the kind of money that we made in the late 90s selling websites. And I'm talking selling ugly websites. I'm talking selling websites that were made with front page for a ton of money. Well, the same thing right now.
Front page.
Oof. Right? So much about life is timing. So you can make 500 to 3K up front, and maybe some of you would make more, but it's unrealistic for me to tout a bigger number. And you can make recurring, so upfront and recurring. So with bots, I threw some benefits up here, but at the end of the day, what I want you to focus on is the far right. Maintain and engage customers and an efficient marketing tool. Build a list. So do me a favor right now. How many of you have a list? And if you do, how big is your list? Super fast. We'll pick a winner. Doesn't matter what your answer is. We're just randomly going to pick it. I've got a randomization system involving, I'll tell you about it later. So let's see. All right. 0, 0, 5,000. Nice. Nice. Who else? Talk to me about your lists, guys.
Uh-oh, this is scaring me that not a lot of people seem to have a list.
A lot of zeros. 120, very targeted. That's an honest answer.
500.
500. Guido, I like it. Donald, I love it. Guys, with bots, you know how when you're building these 5,000 person lists or the 500 plus or the 200 plus, the 120, the zero? Well, not with the zero, but and I appreciate the honesty because most of the answers are zero. Or here's an interesting answer. How about this one? 300, Kevin said, but they're non-responsive. So what if you could get people to opt in to your list without using forms? Robin and Julie said they're new. All right, no double clicking, no double opting in, no landing pages. What if all you had to do was click a button? Kind of like that button that said win a minute ago. Imagine if all you had to do was get somebody to respond one time to get them to opt in. Now, one way you could do it is ask a question. Any click equals a subscriber. Hey, Ray, would you like, or Ray, may I give you, Ray, have you ever, man, it is built into our DNA to answer the question. Even if our answer is going to be negative, guess what? They still opted in.
Yes, indeed.
So with you can even have comments on, like, imagine my brother's page with these posts and these messages. You can have comments trigger a bot message. All right, I'm gonna random winner, Julie. Julie, you're the winner randomly. So Ray will give you the info, and we'll send you a gift card as well. We appreciate your time being here. So as we keep moving, it's all about building value. The reason I bring up building a list is if you have a list, Ray, be honest right now. When you had a list of zero, was it harder to make money than when you have whatever the size your current list is?
Yeah, it was a little tiny bit harder.
Yeah, right. Unbelievably. Like right now, you could do just a couple things and generate revenue. And back with zero, it's like climbing a mountain while you're pushing a boulder. It's pretty hard, you guys. So the beauty is you can build value for customers and for yourself, and you're going to get conversion rates. Now, I don't know about you guys, but 40% and 80% conversion, That's pretty amazing. Really, really good. So you can build a targeted local list, right? Exactly who you're trying to reach. Whether it's in a niche, in a geography, it doesn't matter. You can build that targeted list really easy. So in my agency, I've been expanding my targeted local list, right, for whom I'm going after. Just from August to September, you can see I added 1,200 subscribers. I lost 94. I added 1,100 net new subscribers. This is not internet marketing. This is my agency, Media Mash. 1,720 subscribers then. And you can see for one of my clients, you know, wasn't as much, but I obviously was going crazy on my own stuff. 258 new subscribers. Now, with 258 subscribers, I can generate tangible, measurable results for my client, right? I can build value like I talked about with crazy conversion rates because I do a lot of email marketing, but I'm going to tell you a secret. Email marketing open rate for the best email marketers. I was sitting over with Matt Basak this morning having a coffee. Matt's in my office with me. And I said, Matt does a lot of email. Matt, what's a good open rate for you? And his number was below 22. It was like 15. And I said, well, this survey says 22% is average. He goes, yeah, they're dreaming. So with a real small list that's super, you know, active buyers, maybe. But
if
as you're
doing their list everybody.
Yeah. I mean, look at Messenger. According to the same study, this is from modernapp.co, they based it on 100,000 message samples, 84% open rate. You look at click-through rate, 3% on email, 28% on Messenger. 28%. All right. So,
and by the way, if anybody's interested, that's the type of numbers that I see as well. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I mean, all mine is like
50 to 90% open rate.
Exactly. That's exactly where mine are consistently over the long haul, even with a bot list that's starting to get a little bit bigger. So it's pretty cool, you guys. Now, all right, Ray, straight up, have you ever got 100% open rate on an email?
Nope.
Me either. Even with a small list, I didn't get 100%. Super small. I could say I just cured cancer or Publishers Clearinghouse, you won. I still wouldn't get 100%. With a lot of my smaller bots, you know, under 1,000, I am seeing 90 to 100%. And I picked this one because it was 100 and I wanted to show you guys. So this is a broadcast message I did. I was doing a live event in London in early November, and I had segmented my bot list. This was 30 minutes or something. This is right after I sent the message. Within an hour, I already had a 65% open rate and a 17% click rate. I ended up filling, I was 3 shy of full in my room in London, and I had never done an event in London using the bot. Heavily using the bot. The bot was my friend. Now, here's another one, a different message. This only had 297 instead of the other one. 100% open rate, 84% click-through rate.
That's wild.
Wow. So, guys, I'm going to show you a shortcut right now on how you can make money with this. I'm going to teach you how any niche needs it. Any niche. You pick a niche, they need it. Even out of the ordinary niches like MLM, direct sales, e-com, anything you can dream up needs it. So it has to fit two important check boxes, right? Has to be 2 check boxes. This is what I came up with. Can I get paid? Can Brian make money for delivering the product regardless of result? That's what I called activity-based. And can I get paid, right? Can I measure the results and get paid more? The answer to both of these questions is a yes. Both is a yes. So lots of things you can get paid if you do the second one, can you quantify the results? But it's always exciting if you can get paid for just the act of delivering whatever you're delivering. Like a website, except without the heinous amount of work that a website requires. Now, how much money? Anywhere from $500 to $3,000. You can see different amounts per niches. Recurring is typically $500 to $2,500. Doesn't matter what you're doing, right? Video, rep, lead gen, restaurant marketing, Facebook marketing, LinkedIn, SEO. I don't care what you're doing. This fits. So what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you in vivid detail how to take advantage of this and how to set up your own done-for-you messenger agency and how to be one of the minute people on the whole planet that are doing this and how you can actually take advantage of timing for once. I created a product called Quantum Chat, mainly because there was an old TV show I liked called Quantum Leap. But that aside, I built this product, Quantum Chat, to be this system designed to leverage bots on Facebook Messenger. And really, the nuts and bolts of the whole thing is I built a library of ready-to-use bots, assets, so to speak. I built first one for my local agency, and then one focused on a bunch of different niches. Then I added in a software tool to find clients. And then I knew the most important thing that I needed was the ability to do done for you. Done for me, really, in this case. So I'm going to show you some screenshots. These are some of the workflows of the bots. This is a car dealership bot, part of the workflow. For your local marketing agency, right? I knew I needed to be able to capture leads from Facebook, quantify what I'm doing on that Facebook, ask questions, do RFPs, right? Schedule appointments. I wanted all that. And I wanted it to happen right. This is a sample page, right on the page. So I knew I needed to land clients for my agency, right? I knew I needed, and you guys need it too, a unique angle. You wanted to be doing something that not everybody else is doing, where you can make $500 to $3,000 a pop that's unique with a recurring strategy. And I knew a big one, Ray, a big one for me was not having to be face-to-face. I wanted to be able to work outside of my geography. So if you're in a small town or you're in New York City, it doesn't matter, or London, Hong Kong, or you're in some small town in Kansas. This lady, Teresa, you can see she landed a client via Messenger in Slovakia. Now, it took me a minute to figure out exactly where Slovakia was. I knew, I knew for sure. Okay. I knew that it was somewhere in Eastern Europe, but I wasn't exactly sure. So
it's near Dracula.
There you go. Yeah, near Transylvania, right? And I knew I needed, in addition for my own business, one way I could keep getting paid month after month if I could generate leads for my clients. Virtually no local business had one, right? It was unique. I could build awareness, engage with the client's prospects. I can layer in with Facebook. I could generate these results. I could put a chatbot on a website with just one line of JavaScript really easily. And I can build a list right off the website. Now, I could then have the bot answer comments on the Facebook page. I could take audience. I can take audience from, imagine this, a video. I can drive audience from a video right into the Quantum Chatbot with a simple message and make them immediately marketable via Facebook. I'll show you some more stuff. I knew car dealers, they needed certain things, right? They really could care less about everything on the internet. All they want is daily appointments right out of Facebook. So whether you're a new car, they call them franchise, or a used car, they call them independent. We built all this logic and workflow to take advantage of that. You can see it. All of it's set up and done, ready to go for you, so you don't have to do it. And that was important to me because I know how I am when I procrastinate. And I don't know about you guys, but there has been many times when I've bought some stuff and I never really got off go, right? I never implemented what I should have, what I needed to do. And it wasn't the product's fault, it was my fault. So I'm like, how do I mitigate against that? I'm like, well, let me build the whole thing out for everybody. So anybody could use it without having to do all the work on the front end. Coffee shops. I love going to get coffee. It's my new thing. I'll work for an hour most mornings between 7:30 and 8:30 or 8 and 9, sometime in the morning, and I'll do some work at different coffee shops, and I sit around. But those guys are fighting this 800-pound gorilla called Starbucks, and they need loyalty clubs, couponing, etc. But we built all the workflow to help make those guys successful so that you don't have to. And I'm just flipping through the slides because at the end of the day, realtors, well, they need bots too. I don't know about this, but realtors, there's like 2 million of them, and it is hyper competitive, guys. Hyper competitive. You know what they need? Kind of like car dealerships. They want buyers and sellers to come out of their internet marketing. That's it. We gamified it. We created this Crack the Code app and put it on there, and we did all the logic needed to really make it make sense for a realtor. So you don't have to. You can take advantage of all of this without having to build all the sequences in code. Because if I was honest, I would never have done all this if I wasn't pushing myself and if I didn't have a team to help me, truly. I told you we built some gamification. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I like to play games on my phone. I play a lot of Scrabble and, not too video, but okay. Scavenger hunt. I did the contest like you saw, a safe cracker game. We can use this to build engagement into the bot. Now, how do you get paid? Probably the most important part of the whole day. Well, you sell these world-class bots that our team built. They're assets ready to go to clients you have or client we're going to show you how to get. You don't have to worry about the tech. You don't have to worry about fulfillment. You don't have to worry about anything. All right? So I'm going to show you right here. It's this easy to make this thing work for you. Right? All right. Pick a niche. So does everybody have a niche right now in your business that you're kind of going after? I don't care what product you're selling. Do you have one niche that you're kind of sort of focused on? If so, go ahead and put it in a Q&A box. We'll pick another winner. Let us know. So then you got to find the target clients. Who are you going to target with your service? And we've got a software tool that'll help you do that. All right. I love them. They're strolling in here. Insurance. Yep. Keep firing them off. Okay. Dennis. Hey, Robin. I like that. Okay. Then it's as easy as third step is start a conversation. Notice I didn't say get in your car and drive over and meet with the Dennis for Robin, right? All right, Jeff, I'm going to have to fix that for you, just for you. Direct sales, Renee, I'm working on a new one. Med Spa, I just got a Med Spa client, Eva, and I built a pretty cool bot for them. All right, so you got to message the client and get them engaged, and we show you how to do it with our done-for-you messages. And then you just showcase the bot, a demo bot. It's not customized for their business, but it's a demo real estate or Med Spa or direct sales bot, right? Because if you're in direct sales or MLM or real estate, thanks, Dino, if you're in real estate, you want to see something applicable, right? Yeah. So when you showcase it, that's kind of doing the hard part, which is the whole selling thing. Either they're interested or they're not. And then move on, make the sale, close the deal. The bots basically sell themselves. So we have 15 bots we make available right out of the gate to you. Affiliate, direct sales, network marketing, automotive. For automotive salespeople, I've been on a tear, not to dealerships, but to the salespeople that work there because they change jobs all the time. You guys, it's not a big dollar sale, but you can sell them left and right. Car dealerships, we got a new and used one. Carpet cleaning, coffee shops, real estate. residential and commercial, insurance, couple different insurance bots, health insurance, and what do you call it? Property and casualty and liability, HVAC and roofing, political candidates, restaurants, business lending. Guys, this stuff is awesome. And I mean it. I mean this with all my heart. It truly is changing my business. And I have a multi-7-figure retail agency. This is changing everything about my business because anybody care to guess? All right, first let me pick a winner. Eva is the winner, totally random. So Ray is going to give you info, and we are going to send you a gift card, an Amazon gift card, Eva. Thank you. Guys, guess how many people I'm competing with in my market dealing with bots? Straight up. Let me get some guesses. What do you think? 10. I'm in Atlanta, city of 6 million people. 10, 100, 3. Renee said 0. Dino said none. None. Atlanta, Jeff. Top 10 biggest city in the U.S. 0. You guys got it. 0. I have no competition. I don't know what you're doing, but I have 0 competition. I'm in a bunch of niches. With bots, I kind of went horizontal, Jeff, instead of one niche. Okay. So I built some training because I do think a lot of times training helps connect the dots, especially if you do it right. So you got to get how this whole AI, artificial intelligence bot thing fits on the landscape. Where does Messenger fit in? We talked a little about it today. Talked about some market data, the opportunity, how to position it. Module 2, I built that software tool, how to identify target clients, how to find them. You don't even need to use keywords to find them. I got a button. Put in what city, and you hit the button in it, and I do all the keywords for you. Email, Messenger, ready to use swipes. If you use our voice drop platform, it works there. Hot buttons to close the deal, what to say, how to scale, etc. Right? Module 2. Module 3, it's all about the money, pricing. It's all about value-based pricing, stacking to maximize the revenue, ROI calculation, proposal, both how we do a proposal in a Word PDF form and how we do it on a landing page where we can take money that way. So a lot of our customers are closing deals. Scott knocked down a realtor Dino for $2K, $600 a month. I rounded up a couple dollars, guys. He's super excited. He's up in New York. This thing is awesome because there is not a lot of competition. This one is Bud Clark. He's in Park City, Utah, smaller town. He knocked down this is literally like a week ago. He did a $3,000 bot to a fitness equipment company, right? Unbelievable. $697 a month. Another guy, $2,000 up front. $500 a month. He didn't even say what niche this one was. Guys, all over the board. This is gym owners, bank, mortgage, insurance, car salespeople, mortgage officer, boom, 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 all day long. Bill Cooper's talking about a different member. This is in July. Sold an HVAC. Now, this guy made a mistake. I don't know I think he did 0 up front. And $500 a month, $479 is what he charged. Personally, I would have charged more. This guy bought into a car dealership, extra $22,000 in warranty revenue. This is results for the client. This guy, Jason Gale, I don't even know this guy, but he sold a webinar. He sold a client on the webinar like you guys are on right now. Trisha's in the UK. Anybody here from the UK? Where are you guys from, if you don't mind me asking, if that's okay? Where are y'all from? Oh, I like that, Ray, on the niche. PI lawyers, but
yep.
Yeah, I like that. Also escape rooms. I was just at an escape room the other day. Ontario, Canada. Well, Trisha's outside of London. She got just under 500 pounds a month. Kevin is over in Ireland. Welcome, Kevin. Chattanooga, Delilah. I'm just southwest of Atlanta in Peachtree City. The Netherlands, Guido said. Super cool, you guys. This works everywhere.
I hope that's the Netherlands because there's no N. So either that.
I know. I was thinking, right? I made the leap. Aberdeen, Maryland. Well, Rob and I live on Aberdeen Drive. It's kind of close.
Naples, Florida. I was just prospecting through Naples the other day.
Dude, what a gorgeous city, Donald. I lived in Sarasota, first job out of college, and like a moron, all I wanted to do was move to Atlanta and because the average age at 21 was 80 in Sarasota, and I'm like, I got to get out of there. And now all I do is spend money to go on vacation back to the beach. We got Germany, Rainier is in Germany. We got Massachusetts. We got Lake Mary in the Orlando area, Alachua near Gainesville, Richard. Welcome, you guys. Let's pick a winner. I say we go to Guido. You know what? I say we go to Kevin and Guido.
Kevin and Guido. All right.
Yeah, you guys. I like having winners. And Guido in the Netherlands, and Kevin Guido we think is Netherlands, and Kevin was in
it's Netherlands.
I'm pretty sure. Doesn't matter where y'all are. So I'm going to show you in like 15 minutes. I don't do hour-long training videos. You want to know why? Because none of you watch them. Nobody watches the whole thing. So why would I spend an hour making a video? So I net it out as fast as humanly possible. This video is either 15 to 18 minutes, and it's step-by-step how to make a Facebook ad to drive messenger traffic. Really, really easy. I do a technical customization model. I have my team lead, Scott, run it. Honestly, there is no reason for you to even watch or attend this module. And I'll tell you why in a few seconds. Just remember that. Okay. Strategy, I do this like either every week or every other week. I do live calls all the time because I really think the difference between making money and not making money is usually one little small thing. It's the details. It's always the details. So I do it all the time. So a couple bonuses for you guys. We've got a Facebook mastermind. It's amazing. You can share case studies, use some of mine, etc. You can get sales help, interact with my entire team, including our developers. Good feedback from past clients. The only reason I put this one on here, no one has ever said this to me. Ray, he said, this product's so exciting, I almost peed myself. And I'm like, he literally wrote that on a Facebook group. And I'm thinking, wow. I'm like, that is pretty cool. So a lot of good feedback, net. So access to our software for you or any of your VAs that need it to generate very hyper-targeted lists that map to the bots. Third bonus is I just a couple weeks ago now, 3 weeks, I worked with some Keller Williams real estate agents here in Peachtree City and built a new real estate bot, super slick, customized for agents. Very, very cool, you guys. I don't know if you have a website or not, but I've got like 3 different samples we've built, and we'll give you a website, and we'll set it up for you with some sample text. You should edit it, though, a little bit, but I'll set it all up so you don't even have to worry about it. I don't want any objections at all. I do a lot of split testing. Big thing. I sit around and debate Matt Basak. He's a big split tester too. And we argue over what's going to work, and then we test it and we bet on it and stuff. I'll give you some of the results of my split testing. So this is invaluable. I say $199. Honestly, it's worth thousands because you won't have to do any of it. You'll see exactly what works. So here's the link, you guys. I'm going to do something special for Ray. A matter of fact, I'm making it up in my mind right now based on something he said. So don't go to this link. Let me give you something a little bit extra, and then we can go to the link. So give me just a second. All right. I'm going to give you guys first two amazing bonuses, better than what I've already given you. What I'm going to do is make you a charter member. And that's the same as what my team got. Well, actually, my guys were founding members, and I'm gonna do something better. I'm gonna give you a charter membership for 60 days at no cost. I'm gonna install and configure every single bot for you and for your clients. I will set them up, whether you need 5, 10, 100. If you sell a bunch of network marketers and you need 600 bots, we will set them up for you. I probably won't do it all myself. I will have help. I don't want you to even think about doing it yourself. I want my team. I've got this entire team here and offshore. We will do everything needed to make you successful. I don't want you to spend another dollar at all or another minute figuring it out. That is one thing I'm going to do. For 60 days, I'm going to give you unlimited done for you. Now, what I'm going to do next is pretty cool. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to put a timer up. I don't actually know how on here. So can I share my desktop, Ray, or do I have to share the app?
I'm guessing because you're sharing that actual screen, so it's only going to show the
probably the PowerPoint, right?
PowerPoint right now. You can share, you can unshare and then share your entire desktop.
Let me do that. Let me try that real fast. Hang on. I want to do something cool for you guys. I have a neat idea. Let me show you. All right, I unshared. Now let me, I mean, this is going to be I think you're going to like this. All right, I found it. Okay, so now how do I share? You guys, I'm getting an excellent learning experience today, which is actually kind of cool because I'm learning something new. Okay, now, Ray, I click on the blue bar over on the right, right?
So, all right, hold on. Now I'm going to get confused here for a second. So you got to click the little, the button at the top there. Yeah, so you turned it on.
Now turn it on.
Now turn it on and you choose your desktop instead of one of the actual windows.
And all right.
Hey, whoa, we got the screen. We got the mirror of death here. All right, awesome. At least it worked, right?
How about now? Is it one screen?
It is. Hey, we got the full PowerPoint presentation now.
Yes. Hey, you guys, it is all my fault, and I take 100% blame. I don't know why I just bungled that so bad, but I did, and I apologize. So what I'm going to do is give you – all right. Hang on a second. I'm going to give me just a second. All right. For people on the call, only on the call, here's what I'm going to do. For 15 minutes, I'm going to give you 3 more mystery bots.
Ooh.
And these are in extremely lucrative niches. Now I'm going to give you a secret. One of the niches is shown on this screen. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. 2, the other 2 niches, one of them, Ray told me earlier he's involved in. And it's not
escape rooms?
Not escape rooms. So I won't tell you the other one. So, and then the third one, I'm just plain not telling. It's a mystery bot, right? So I'm also going to give you my complete webinar system. What does that mean? It's how I land clients one to many. What does that mean? I get people on a webinar, local businesses, and I sell them without ever talking about it. I'm going to give you my PowerPoints, my everything I use, my emails, my follow-ups, everything, so you can do the exact same thing and just land, instead of landing clients one at a time, you'll land them in bunches. I'm going to give you something even better. I'm going to give you lifetime access to the charter member service. What does that mean? Instead of 60 days, I'm going to give you unlimited done for you and your clients. Right? Unlimited. What does that mean again? We're going to install, set up, and do light customization on every bot you have for yourself and for your clients. So what I want to do, if I can figure out how, this is going to be user error at its finest. Hang on one sec. All right. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to put a timer up. Nope. Stop. Reset. Timer. All right. You see it, Ray, by chance? I hope. Let's see. You guys should see a countdown timer. I'm hoping you do. Let me see.
Sorry, I replied to you and said yes, but I had my button muted. So,
all right. You should see the timer. It's ticking. So for 15 minutes, I'm going to give you guys these bonuses, right? And here's, I'm going to do a little, figure out how to detach this bad boy. Well, I won't even bother figuring it out. I'm just going to sit it over here. Y'all can see it. You believe me. So that's the link, you guys. For 15 minutes, I'm going to give you not only one extra bot, not two, but three extra bots. One of them I just showed you on the screen, right? Two is one that Ray is working actively, and three is a little mystery, but I promise you will like it. It's another very good bot in the contractor space as a hint. So that's my bonuses. I welcome you guys to go to quantumchat.net/Ray. And when you do, let me show you what you get. I'm not going to leave you hanging. Two prices. You can just buy the local marketing bot for $197. Or you can get all the bot, all 15, plus the 3 bonuses. So that's 18 total bots if you buy right now. And you'll see the bots you get. You'll get our entire marketing system, right? All the training, how to land clients, pricing strategy, ads, everything you need to the Facebook group bonus. You'll get the email split test case study. You'll get our Quantum Lead Finder software. You'll get your pick of one of our websites. You'll get our one-to-many webinar system. This is easily a $997 product. I'm actually getting ready to launch this as a webinar. I'm going to do this just as a test to see how many of you are really using this. When you see it, you're going to be blown away. And I'm going to give you this lifetime upgrade, done for you forever, done for you customization, done for you installation, done for your customers and for yourself. As long as our agency is in business, we will take care of it. And we've been around a pretty good amount of time. And for those of you that get on board in our 15 minutes, you will get the 3 additional local bots. All 3 are in lucrative, high demand niches, and it's going to blow you away. It will absolutely blow you away. These 3. One is in healthcare, hint, hint. One is in that niche where people like to sue each other, and one is in the contractor space. So there you go. And we're going to give you that unlimited access to have our team do the work for you. Now, we're only going to make that available. I don't really believe in fast action bonuses where we say the first 20 people. Here's the problem. Ray has a lot of people here. It's pretty hard for me to say without checking after the call who got in on the first 20. So what I've decided to do, I've made a switch in my mind that I'm going to give everybody that comes on board right now in these 15 minutes, I'm going to give you all the bonuses instead of just the first 10 or the first 15 people. I just think it's a better way of doing it, and I want to make it available. I want to welcome a few of you that have already come on board. I want to welcome Donald S. and Vanessa T. Y'all, excellent. So hang on a second. I'm going to go back. Somebody just asked me. Hang on, I can see it. On the one-to-many webinar system, yes, you get my webinar deck, which is slides, right? You get my invitation emails, my reminder emails, my replay emails, the close sequence I do, and I will train you step by step on exactly what to do. Honestly, what I really want is some of you to be my case study for when I do the webinar. On average, I land, and this isn't typical, and I'm not here to brag, but I want to give you an example. If I have 150 realtors on a call, which I usually do, on call and then with the emails after, I usually sell 40 to 50 realtors. And you're like, well, how much do you charge? I went through that, but I usually do a reduced model when I do it on the webinar. I find that by offering a lower price with psychology scarcity, it helps me land more clients at once. So if I got 50 clients at $500 a month, you can see how that math works out. And that's kind of how I do it. But anyway, I teach it all for everybody that comes on board. Welcome, Jill. Thank you very much. So everybody that's interested, I am super excited to have you on board. I'm excited to answer questions. Ray, you've been awesome on this call. I can't tell you enough to thank you for indulging in my lack of, man, I watched it at the beginning, and I'm glad we got there. Renee Leach, welcome, Renee. Welcome, John, too. Johnson, John. Ray, let's take some questions. We got a few minutes. Sure. I want to give out these bonuses to everybody that gets in. And even if you don't get in, you get in later, we're still going to stay here and answer questions and help you.
Yeah, and before we do that, I want to throw one other thing out there just for some fun. Since this is local niches, and I can't remember all 15 of them off the top of my head, but we of course have tons, I mean hundreds of marketing videos. And so what I'm going to do is wherever possible that it matches, and we should cover most of the niches. I think there was maybe one or two that, like the political campaign, we don't have, things like that. But I'm going to match all the other niche and all the other local niches with videos so that you'll be able to sell videos to clients as well. And all you have to do is message me after you purchase. Just send me a message. Again, just look for Facebook, Ray the Video Guy on Facebook, and then just send me a message and let me know, and I will send that to you. And you can have some fun with that and make some extra money. So should be cool.
Awesome. You guys, now that is pretty killer. I don't know about some of you, but I'm graphical and video challenged. Bill, welcome as well. I am not very good at that. And Ray, I'm a big fan. I love it. All right. So.
All right. Let's hit those questions then.
Let's nail them, you guys. This is good. I appreciate all this.
So I love Julie's question. I know other people asked questions before, but hers is the one that's right in front of me here. And I love this question. It says, I'm concerned that I'm not a salesperson and I'm more introverted. Let's talk about that, because this is kind of the right type of product for somebody that is in that situation, because, you know, while of course getting on the phone and talking to people face to face is always very effective, in this case, you don't really have to do that nearly as much, just because of the nature of what you're selling and how you're selling it. Do you want to elaborate a little bit on that, Brian?
Yeah, honestly, you look, I'm never going to lie. If you happen to be a great salesperson, you're going to be better than somebody like me. I am not a good salesperson. However, I'm in the
same boat too, by the way.
Yeah, right. I don't want to be a good salesperson. I have zero desire to be a professional salesperson, but what I can do is the same as you guys. I can do this. I can send a message that's already been split tested. I can get somebody engaging in a conversation. When they engage in the conversation, I then show them a bot and they try it out. Then I answer questions. That's it. If I can do that exact thing, then I'm in good shape. And that's what I focus on. So directly, no. Do you have to be? No. Is it great? Sure. But you don't have to be at all. Yep. So that's just being honest. Now, if you can send a message in Messenger, reply to somebody, give them a link to the bot, and have a conversation in written form where you're really, how do I say it? You're helping and you're consultative and not salesy. Here's the beauty. No one else is pitching this to them. No one else is selling this to them. So you're going to almost have this unique window of time where you're the only game in town.
Yeah.
It's a very good question.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're wondering if people are really looking for this, we deal with a lot of lawyers, and I can tell you right now, they've brought this to us. They've said, hey, what can we do about chatbots? So they already know they need to get into this. So it's not, you're not really having to force this on anybody or teach them something new. They understand that most of the time, that's where things are going and what chatbots are. So let's hit Dave's question. Actually, Julie had one other question that I saw. She says, how can you offer all this for that price?
Oh, it's a good question, and I'll be honest and tell you the truth. That's my biggest, I always want to tell the truth. Here's why. So I built all these bots for my agency. I continue to upgrade them all the time. So I've got a whole team that is constantly upgrading them. When I first started, you'd have to ask somebody on my list. The very first time I launched this to my customers, I had 3 bots charged basically the same price. It was $100 less when there was only 3. I raised it to $497 when we had like 7 or 8 bots. Then I just kept on adding bots when it made sense. So my goal is basically to do a good job, help you land clients, make you successful. Why? You'll come to trust me and hopefully like me the way you trust and like Ray. That's it. That is my hidden agenda. That's my motive. and what I'm looking to do. That's it. That's a dirty little secret, guys.
You know, here's the funny thing, guys. If you think about this, you're talking about investing in something that builds a business where literally, if you're selling these all the time and you're bringing in income, you know, you can get to that 6-figure income very easily. You can even get to that 7-figure income if you're working really hard at it. And let's put that in perspective. If you were to go and open up a McDonald's, it's going to cost you about $1.5 million to get into that business, and you're not going to make that kind of money the first year. Think about that for a second. The average McDonald's costs over $1 million to get put together, to buy into, and you're not going to make $1 million back from that, at least not for a couple of years. This is the type of business that you can truly build off of, and you don't have to spend tons of money to get started. What other businesses really can do that? And that's what you have to think about when you talk about these things. But enough yabbering there. Dave wants to know, how much time each month should we expect to spend per client to communicate with them and update the bots?
I send an email, usually twice a month, Dave, and I pull stats together out of the back end of the bots, and I just send it over. I may invest 15 minutes of communication and maybe 30 or 40 minutes of raw work on any one client. But remember, my team's doing the work, installing and setting up. So realistically, it's a solid 15 to 20 minutes. Now, if the client was to email you back and you were to get in a back and forth, you might spend a few extra minutes, but it's not a big number if that's what you're really asking. It's not a large number.
Yeah. And in my perspective, you know, what we do, and we're not just offering bots, we're offering lots of different things, but we spend probably, you know, an hour every 2 weeks talking to our clients. But of course, we're talking about PPC, we're talking about website updates, we're talking about other things too. But even with those guys where we're doing lots of different things, we're only talking to them once every 2 weeks for about an hour.
Yeah. But the key is to talk, though, you guys. No matter what you're doing, it doesn't have to be on the phone or face-to-face, but you need to communicate. Hang on. I'm going to pause this for 1 second, you guys, because I know I want to make the bonuses available, but there's also, I'm talking too much, and there's more questions than we can answer fast enough. So what I want to do is I'm going to pause it for a second and come back if that's okay, Ray. And we'll start it back and finish it. But I don't want to miss. There's several other questions that I don't want to miss, and just to do the right thing.
Okay. And we've got one from Christine. And Christine, I read this a little while ago. This is from the beginning. So if you want to rewrite the question to make sure that I get it right here, because I wasn't quite sure of what you meant with this. She says, how do you set limits for recurring clients? For example, if targeting real estate, do you set a number of houses per month or the number of templates used? I think she's trying to say, you know, how much are you charging the clients based on their use?
I don't base it that way. No, that's a fair question, and you could do that model. It's unlimited use for me in the fee, so I don't change it. I don't. Let me do something better. Watch this. Give me 1 second. All right. Here's a page on my site. On Media Mash. This is a tiny house site. You can see I charge. Is it showing, Ray, or no?
Yeah, no, it's showing. I just laugh about the tiny houses because I see those commercials all the time for them. So,
dude, another day. I am killing it with tiny houses. Don't know why. I don't even know. I'm not even remotely interested in them, by the way. But $5,000 up front, website and chatbot. And here's what I charge a month for the tiny house dealers. Check this out. $595, $1295, and $2495. And you can see kind of how I do it. And I'll just put this link in the chat, and you guys can look at it later and see if there's anything of value in there. But you're welcome to copy the model because it's exactly what we're doing. And you can see how we give them 3 different tiers.
I like that. Yeah, that's really good.
Cool.
All right. Richard had a question, but it had to do more with the webinar stuff. He wants to know, he's got problems with his voice, so doing a webinar is a little difficult. He wanted to know what we thought about being able to do webinars if he has an issue like that. And honestly, I mean, Richard, one of the easiest ways is perhaps to, depending upon the severity, like if you physically can do it, you know, you can let people know, hey, you know, it's going to be difficult to hear me, and maybe compensate in some way. But the other option is to get somebody that can do the speaking for you. Maybe get some sort of a partner that can help out. Because I know with some of the webinars that we do, I do webinar presentations with people for businesses that I'm not really a part of sometimes because of similar reasons. You know, people aren't very good at doing the presentation, so they have me do it for them. So that may be an option for you there. Let's see. Donald wanted to know, is that the website you provide us? And I'm not sure which one he was talking about. If you want to show him the...
yeah, hang on one sec. Basically, there's a bunch of different ones, but I have one that looks like this.
Nice.
And there's a bunch of them, and you can pick from different things, blah, 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 and go through it. So.
Yeah, those are great. I love that. Nice and simple.
Yeah, we've got a few secondary pages. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's to satisfy the necessary of having a website. And we've moved to doing pages like I just sent you, like that SCC link where people can buy right on the page. We've gone to that model because I find it to be easier than playing the back and forth game with a. So what happens is, like, if you want the expensive plan, you're a new dealer, $5,000 for the website, $24.95 a month on the marketing side, and you can come right in. We're selling like 2 of these a month right now. It's crazy because I got hooked in with a factory that's making these houses as their preferred vendor. And now they're sending me all the business for this kind of stuff. And you guys, the bots are, you know, they're ready to go. It's not like I have any work. And the website's the same website, you know, as you would imagine that everybody gets with a slight couple tweaks. It's like pure profit. It's a very good sale.
Nice. Yeah. And that's the cool thing about this, because that is already done. You know, you don't have to go in there into a program like this being, oh, I've never done a chatbot, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, it's all done there for you. So it's not, you know, let's put it this way. If I can do it, then pretty much anybody can do it. So it's, you know, that kind of a situation. And I'm sure many of you probably already know my tech challenges with a lot of things. So if I can get something done, then that means it's not too difficult to do, which is what we want to provide. Julie asks, is the agency website only for chatbots? Since I can fulfill, and I'm not sure if she means she can't fulfill anything else yet. In other words, I guess the website for the chatbots, is it possible to expand that and add other things to them?
Oh, yeah, Julie, yeah, I do more than chat. Like for me, the main focus of my business is lead gen, and you could absolutely represent multiple things on the site. And I'm fine to have my any of my tech team install it, and if you want different things, you know, we could tweak it for you. You just need to. We have a form when you get onboarded. It's a form where you fill out basic stuff, and that's how we build the website out. But it would be very easy. It's just WordPress. It'd be very easy to add in some other things. For instance, if you were doing video as an example.
Nice. Yeah. And again, for those of you who have purchased, make sure you do message me so I can get you the matching videos, because I know there's quite a few of you. And that's the same for the contest winners. Many of you that won contest prizes have already messaged me, but the rest of you, make sure that you do. And that way we can make sure you get those at the end. Donald wants to know, does the site include the price table that we see? I'm assuming.
Sure. It didn't. I mean, truthfully, no, but I'm more than happy to do that, because that take me just a few minutes to do. So anybody who wants that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add that for everybody. If you think that's useful, I'll add a generic version so somebody can easily tweak, and then you can connect the button wherever you want to connect it to take money. I find it to be faster than playing the back and forth proposal game. Yeah. It's just, this is what you get. Here's some terms. Boom. Sign up. Don't sign up. Next.
Yeah, and that's what I've started to go to for a lot of stuff. For those of you on here, you're probably all well familiar that we've had webinars and we've talked about it. And I've done plenty of videos about, I use Lead Kahuna and I drive people directly to a site like that to purchase, and straight up. And some of them don't speak to me at all. They just go in, they click, they get, and we're not necessarily talking about bots, but just in general, having those sites, sending people directly to them. A lot of times they buy right there and they're ready to go. So.
Yeah, the less I can be involved, the better.
Yep.
I mean, and I think all of us would agree with that.
And one of my personal mentors said that to me the other day. He's like, no, you need to do things where you don't talk to people.
Yeah, you can scale better. And that's why I want to share with you guys my one-to-many webinar model. However, for those of you that, like the gentleman that talked about recording the webinar, who's worried from a voice standpoint, you can start with just shooting a messenger. I encourage everybody to make a sale, get some cash flow coming in, and then continue to ramp up. Don't try to run, just one step at a time, and it all comes together. Excellent, you guys. Well, I know we're near most of the questions. I'm going to put the timer back up. We'll finish this. If you want the charter member package, if you want to get in right now, I will do something else. If you know you're going to buy and you want to talk to either spouse or business partner, lob your name in right now. I will give your name to my team. And if you buy sometime before the end of the night, I will honor the same deal for you. I don't want you to feel pressured in any way, but at least give us your name. And then when your order comes through, we will code it and you will get everything. But everybody else, if you want to get on board, you got about a minute and a half and you'll get all the extra bonuses. And those are just a little something extra I wanted to do for people that want to, that know it makes sense. You want to sell a unique offering that nobody else is selling, and you want a very high profit margin. And honestly, it's one of the most exciting things I've done in a long time in my agency. You guys, it's super fun. I mean, for real.
Yeah, and Julie clarifies, she says she cannot do any other services, and she LOLs on that. And Julie, we can help you make sure that you get other things. You can contact me and I'll help you with anything else that you want with that to get into some other areas as well. She also asks, am I finding the clients by doing Facebook ads? And I think we touched on that a little bit, but maybe we can clarify that a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the ways, yes, is Facebook ads. However, you don't have to use Facebook ads. I am not finding my clients via Facebook ads, as an example. We have other members that do. I have a guy named David that's killing it using Facebook ads. $5 spend, you test it out. You will grow traffic in your bot like crazy using Facebook ads, even just $5. And we show you exactly how to do it. We show you what to do using our messenger-based system where you send a message that we've already split tested in all the niches. Hang on, I'll stop that, you guys. So the answer is, could you do it with Facebook ads alone? Absolutely. Do you have to? No.
And we like Facebook ads for that. But, like I said, for a lot of my marketing for the local niches and whatnot, I go completely outside of the Facebook thing a lot of the time. Every single day, I send out messages to people in some area. So like I said earlier, I said, I was prospecting in Naples, Florida the other day. Well, I wasn't physically there. I was targeting all the PI lawyers there, and I was sending them messages that day. And then the next day it was on to the next one. And so that's kind of what we do is every single day I send out emails prospecting in those different areas to get them to take action on whatever we're promoting at the time. And in different niches, it's different things. So.
Perfect. Well, you guys, I promise you, messenger marketing and setting up a chat division of your agency or a chat bot part of your agency it's very different than maybe some of the other things you've done. One of the reasons is there's no competition. Then a second reason is you're dealing with this platform that everybody trusts, this thing called Facebook, right? And you're able to quantify and measure everything at a level that not all digital marketing fits in. There's definitely lots of products that are like, well, yeah, trust me, you're going to get results. This is all quantified. You're going to be able to build a list, not only for yourself very easily, but for clients. And you're going to get paid for doing that act. And that's the model that we are doing. And it's a good one. We're pretty keen on it. And we're glad that you came to the call with Ray and myself, and you guys were super nice today. Some of you, I will send the Amazon gift cards after the call, and we'll shoot them over to you.
Yes, indeed. All right. So let's see. Any last questions here? If you got them, throw them up there, and we'll try to answer them. And by the way, don't be afraid if after this call, maybe you didn't want to ask publicly or whatever, message me. For those of you that know me, I've moved almost everything I do to Facebook Messenger. When I do, a product, I tell people to contact me on Messenger, not through email or anything else, because of all the junk in email, even though we still love email in a different way, but not something that I want to deal with every time. So message me. Again, just look up Ray the Video Guy on Facebook, send me a message. If you've got questions, you need help with anything. And by the way, I don't think we mentioned it directly, but on the page, because somebody just posted a question about, not prepared to spend that kind of money today. There is a split pay option, correct?
I would be happy to do that, you guys. So let me find a slide. I was remiss, right? Because I was flustered. So here's what I can do. If you want to do a split pay, and I'm totally fine with it, you would go to, and I'm going to show you the keyword to remember right now is the promo code. I can't speak. Promo code loyalty. Okay. So when you go to the sales page, there's a spot you can enter a promo code in, and it'll say, and you can type in loyalty. Let me show you actually, instead of telling you. Let's see. All right. So you go to the $4.97, you click the button, it's going to bring up the order page. Over here on the right, to the left of the price, it says, I don't know if you can see me moving around, it says have a promo code. You click it, type in loyalty, and hit apply. When you do, you're going to see two choices, a single pay or a two pay. What I want you to do is then click on the two pay option so it has a green check mark. When you've done that, you're ready to rock, and you can go down and check out, either with PayPal or credit card. That easy. Does that make sense, everybody? So remember, the code is loyalty.
Loyalty. Like that.
Yeah, Vanessa made that one up for me. So loyalty, guys. So anyway, loyalty is good. And
by the way, we should give a shout out to poor Vanessa. She couldn't get on here and speak with us. And we just found out why a minute ago, like literally just figured out why. But we want to give a shout out to her for all her work leading up to this and answering questions in here and all the other stuff that she's done to get us ready for this. So we appreciate everything she's been able to do, even though we couldn't get her on here to talk. So
excellent. She goes, Brian, I can hear you. She said, tell Ray, thank you. I can see you and you can't see me. I feel like a ghost. So anyway, on a serious note, you guys, super cool. I'm excited to have this opportunity to be here, and Ray to do the call with you today. Anything I can do, whether it's now on the call or later, reach out directly to Ray. If there's anything we can do to help or accommodate, we will. But either way, we'd let you know right away.
And even though the one question that I always expect on here has not appeared yet, I'll answer it anyway. Yes, we will have a replay ready for you. So.
You're right. The most popular question in internet marketing.
Nobody's asked that today, which is shocking. So it's
all these are smart people.
They know better, which is why half of them are at home waiting for the replay to come so they can watch it tonight.
Awesome. Well, you guys, I know that I don't know everybody here, but I want to tell you thank you. Questions have been amazing and all the interaction. Super fun call, and I'm glad I was able to be here. So Ray, thank you, and I will turn over presenter, my friend, to you.
All right. Oh, does that mean I have to show my pretty face again?
That's your call. Let me see if I can only turn it over if I give it back to you. Let's see. Did I do it right?
I think if you just turn that off, I think I can control that from here somehow. Perfect. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. So I think if you just hit turn off the screen share, I don't know if you did that or not.
That's what I did. I did, kill on screen share.
Nice. Okay. So Let's see. There we go. There's our pretty faces again. So, all right.
I don't know
with that, we appreciate you guys coming out here. Again, any questions you have, doesn't matter what it is, you know, whether you think of it, you know, tonight, tomorrow, just message me. Just look me up, Ray the Video Guy on Facebook. I'm sure most of you have messaged me before. So do that. Ask any questions that you want. If I don't know the answer, I will certainly get Brian. And most of the time, I'm not the tech guy, so I probably will have to ask Brian the answers to some of the questions. But anything I can answer, I will there. Again, anybody who won contests, make sure you message me. I think everybody has messaged me, but I'm not positive. So if you won one, oh, thank you, Dino. Look at that.
Wow, Dino, you're a good person.
Like that. All right.
So you know why your hair looks like you're 25, Ray. That's the key. No gray. I mean, my hair is all gray, and your hair is perfect. So, anyway, excellent.
And if you did purchase, by the way, also message me so we can make sure that you get the videos that match. Hopefully, as many of I can't remember. Like I said, all 15. I know we don't have the political candidate one, but you know we've got pretty much. Oh my gosh, we've got well over 200.
All the bonus videos, Ray.
What's that?
I bet you have all 3 of the bonus videos. I have no doubt you do.
Oh, I definitely have all. Well, I don't know what the third one is, but definitely the other 2, and I'm sure the third one as well. So,
okay. I always like spicing it up, you guys. So we made them mystery bots, but promise you're gonna like them. They're good ones. They're not like some people would give you a junk. These are high dollar bots. Anyway, I'm excited to share them with you guys.
Oh, it's good. You know, the one thing I've noticed here when we're on camera is if I look over at you, I'm looking in the wrong direction. It's reversed. It's messing me up.
Right. If I look at you, it's the same thing.
So, all right. Well, we're not seeing any more questions. So again, just ask us offline if you want to. Actually, let's see. Nope, not a question. But thank you, Dino. We appreciate that. So, all right. And if you do have questions, let me know. And again, let's give a big virtual round of applause for Brian for coming out today. We really do appreciate that. And by the way, Brian, I don't know if you know this or not, but I didn't realize you're in Atlanta. That's where I live now too. So,
no, I did not know you were here now. Oh well, so let's get lunch in the next week. Exactly. Where do you live?
I actually my office where I am right now is up in Snellville. So about
I know Snellville very well. My wife is from Snellville. Unfortunately, I am geographically undesirable to you, but I'm up in that area a lot. I'm an hour and 15 from you. I'm in Peachtree City, so the other side of town.
Nice. Oh, there you go.
But very cool. I'm actually in Snellville once every couple of weeks. Got family and stuff up there.
Very cool. Oh, and we're getting the applauses put in here, so we appreciate that, Donald. We like that. Thank you. All right, we're not going to hang you guys on here any longer. We know it's getting late. It's 4 o'clock here in the East in Atlanta, and it's getting close to dinner time. So we'll break right there. Again, any questions, just let us know. And until the next video, remember one thing that we say all the time, and that is that everything we talked about works, but only if you do. So you got to go out there and take action. We'll see you next time, guys. And then I fumbled to find the button to turn it off. There we go. All right, there we go. See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.